The last nominee for the day from Mr. President. You're welcome to the Hallowed Chamber of the Nigerian Senate. You will give us a brief resume of yourself, and thereafter proceed to answer questions, if any, from distinguished senators.
Good afternoon. The distinguished of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Deputy Senate President, the leader of the Senate, and the distinguished fathers and mothers of the Senate. Standing humbly by you, before you, in this uncommon hallowed chamber, is a 34-year-old young man, Nigerian youth, whose circumstances of birth and upbringing was not a privilege, just like the normal Nigerian youth. With the journey of my academic section, attended primary schools, being tough and hard. I started from Christ School, Ado Ekiti. I have my wax and NECO examination in Agbede Comprehensive College and Divine Group of Schools, respectively. Because I'm coming from a no man's land, and today, I give the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria the honor by thanking him for giving the youth of Nigeria another renewed hope because of my nomination. I attend Federal University of Technology, Akure, for my university diploma. I proceed to Federal Polytechnic, Ado Ekiti. I have a postgraduate diploma, in International Institute of Journalism. Propelled by the urgent need to quickly take my destiny into my hands and change the narrative of the youth and the government, to bring them together, to show love, and to engage them to the grassroots level. Thank you, sir.
A 37-year-old lady walked into this hallowed chamber accompanied by her own father, who was a former member of the House of Representatives, and he sat down right behind here watching his 37-year-old daughter being screened as the Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Every father wants that. Before us now is a 34-year-old boy, not even 37 now, 34-year-old boy. It's a boy now. Mr. President, 37-year-old man. I was blackmailed by Sani Musa to say that he's a man, or he will raise point of order. Mr. President, let me borrow from the word of the nominee. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has given Nigerian youth a renewed hope, a reason to believe that Nigeria can walk once again by nominating two of us this morning to be here before us. They came in since morning. I met them here by 9 a.m. by nominating these young men and women to be ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. President, if you look at our order paper of today, we still have a lot on this order paper. And for the past 2 days, we have been stepping down what we have on the order paper. Mr. President, once again, I want to appreciate the President for finding Nigerian youth worthy, for putting confidence in them, and telling them that you cannot continue to japa and run away from this country. Come home. Let's build this country together. Because anywhere you go, you are going there as a foreigner, but this is your home. Nigeria is yours. Come and build it. Mr. President, I asked my colleagues, with the permission of the senators from the state of the ministerial nominee and a representative of the youth, I called one of my colleagues to please let the young nominee, whom Mr. President have confidence in, to please take the leave of the Senate so we can continue what we have on the order paper. This is as a motion, Mr. President. Thank you.
Campaigning. One of his campaign promises at the very top value stick is that he will use the youth as catalyst for change. Mr. Senate President, sir, I represent that very promising youth in Nigeria that will be used as catalyst for change. The young Ayo is dynamic, highly innovative, and very strategic. Mr. Senate President, sir, without wasting your time, this is one case in which we have a problem-solving solution in Ayo. Ayo is very equipped with artificial intelligence knowledge, is an engineer, and he is going to drive the youth in a collaborative arrangement and engagement within the federal structure. Mr. Senate President, I know you are biased to the youth, no doubt about that, my apologies. But my very distinguished colleague, this is very, very rare case where we have a very brilliant, very intelligent, highly trustworthy Nigerian youth. I don't know how Aswaju was able to spot this fellow out. This fellow is a catalyst of change in Ondo State. This is one of the legacies of Governor Akeredolu in Ondo State. And myself and my colleagues, my elder brother Ekwisagba, my younger brother Niyi, who are members of these hallowed chambers, we converged yesterday and we agree unanimously that Nigeria, we are very proud that Nigeria is having Ayo at this time. And all I have to say, without wasting time, is to congratulate this country, to congratulate Mr. President for locating Ayo, a dynamic changer, a game changer, somebody who is going to bring innovation, a strategic focused young man into Nigeria, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I celebrate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu this afternoon for bringing Ayo to focus. Mr. Senate President, my colleague, I rarely talk like this. This is one of our first class. This is one of the driver of our dashboard. This is one of our value stick. This is, in fact, is... I wouldn't go to Cambridge and Oxford this afternoon, but I want to say very well, and I want to thank my colleagues, my very distinguished Senator of Tribe of Nigeria, starting from the Senator Emeritus to my Mr. President. I will then just say the last word, because I know for sure the Senate President we have at this time is very biased for the youth. And I want to say clearly, at this stage, Mr. Senate President, I will take I want to urge you to allow Ayo to just take a bow. He has said it all. Uncommon President of the Senate, uncommon senators, uncommon Senate. What is left in adjective for Ayo to use? Mr. Senate President, thank you very much. We celebrate you and the President of Nigeria, Asiwaju, this afternoon. Thank you.
Distinguished brother, Senator Jimo Ibrahim, like you, I'm very proud of the youths of Nigeria, and I'm also happy with the brand from your state, making history as the first Nigerian youth at the age of 34 to be nominated for the office of Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But at the age of, for ministership. What year? Okay, so Senator Alero said he was a minister at 24. So, well, so history is being repeated. There are a lot of youths are being given the opportunity. But I think you must take a cue from what the former very youthful nominee, the lady said. When you people were saying, take a bow, and I told her, tell us what you want to bring to the table. You know what she said? She said, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to say something to this Halo chamber. That it would have been a disservice to Nigeria if she came here and she was not given an opportunity to explain. That was what she said. So as much as I agree with you that he can take a bow, but the young boy will not be happy with the Senate if we don't give him an opportunity to explain the things he wishes to do. So distinguished Senator Darlington, you are also very close to that age bracket. So please, can you ask him something?
There is hope for development and growth in Nigeria. My dear brother Ayo, I think I have only one question. And that question has to do with what we have in our immediate environment today. That is digital transformation. You said that you are going to work in collaboration with other ministries and ministers. And knowing fully well that today, in the entire globe, digital transformation is very key. And that is the fulcrum of greater employment generation. What do you intend to do, since you say you are going to collaborate with other ministries, most especially the AI, that today, that is what we have. And that is the only way you can generate a lot of employment and engage the youth meaningfully. How are you going to work in total collaboration with that ministry that will provide the necessary ingredients digitally in the digital space and transform the negative aspect of what we have today in the digital space into great positivity? Thank you.
The situation of the social media in the country, because a lot of the people who are on the social media are youths, and a lot of misinformation and is being thrown into this space, and people, the society is bound to be misled. So if you are made a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, what would be your advice to this Halo chamber and even to the executive on what to do, not to control the social media, but to guide the social media so that we will not end up, breaking news should not break Nigeria.
10th Senate. Digital transformation. It is clear. There's only one problem we have in this country. And the two questions are the same. The problem is this. We, as young people, even in the Ministry of Youth so far, have no engagement with the young people. And I think it is time for the Ministry of Youth and myself, as a Minister of Youth, I'm not going to sit down in the office. I'm going to be, as a Minister of Youth nominee, if I'm confirmed, I'm not going to sit down in the office and relax. I want the youth to come to me. No. It is time for us to go back. In as much as a politician, we can go to the roots and corners of this country to campaign. It is time for us to go back to the schools. Train them. Talk to them. Let them feel the government. Let them see the government. And let them touch the government. It is time, as a young man, and as a 34-year-old man, for the youth of this country to see the government as their own, because I'm coming from them. As social media, it is normal. We will have people, but we don't see them as bad people, but because they see nothing doing. But do you know, sir, my fathers and mothers, that if it is ordinary a Wi-Fi in all the nooks and crannies of this country, a Wi-Fi for them to browse or to tap their phone, and they are engaged with it, things will not be the way it is. Again, I remembered, even in the rural areas, that we have people that come from there to talk. From morning to 12, they go to farm, for those that went to farm. From 12 to the next morning, they do nothing. Why can't we have a digital training center in all communities? Revive our vocational training centers, revive our technical schools, and have reformed digital areas whereby people will go after 12, after leaving the farm, and go there and start engaging each other. I think it is time again, sir, to tell the country that government and youth will come together and collaborate, because we now have heads and we have the fathers that we can run to that have three things, sir, that have the 3C that a man can have, that anybody in this country that can handle the country well can have, which is the commitment. You have been sitting down. I was there yesterday. I saw everything. The commitment is there. The competence is there. And it is clear now that the government, neither you are PDP, neither you are APC, neither you are DDD, have the character to make this country a better one. Thank you, sir.
3 C's: commitment, competence, and character. And then you also mentioned the need to engage the youths to a point where they will feel part and parcel of government, and for them to own government. Thank you for your submissions. You may now take a bow. Distinguished colleagues, will the Senate approve the nomination for appointment as a minister of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria of Mr. Alhaji Balarabe Abbas Lawa? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Distinguished colleagues, will the Senate approve the nomination of Ayodele Olawande, representing Ondo State, for appointment as a minister in the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. And those against say nay. The ayes have it. The Senate leader has moved a motion, and supported by the minority leader, that this Senate will revert to plenary to continue its proceedings. Those in favor of that motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it, so we revert to plenary. The Senate, in the Committee of the Whole, considered the request of Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces for the confirmation of nominees for appointment as ministers of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The nominees answered questions from distinguished senators on a number of topical issues, except one that the Senate noted the very rich resume he presented before us. Thereafter, the Committee of the Whole approved the nominations of Dr. Jamila Bio Ibrahim from Kwara, Balarabe Abbas Lawa from Kaduna, Mr. Ayodele Olawande from Ondo, as ministers of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole? Distinguished colleagues, will the Senate confirm the nomination of Dr. Jamila Bio Ibrahim, representing Kwara State, for appointment as a minister of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. And those against say nay. The ayes have it. The nomination of Dr. Jamila Bio Ibrahim, representing Kwara State, is hereby confirmed as a minister of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Distinguished colleagues, Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Mr. Olawande Balarabe Abbas Lawa, representing Kaduna State, for appointment as a minister of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The nomination of Balarabe Abbas Lawa, representing Kaduna State, is hereby confirmed as a minister of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Distinguished colleagues, will the Senate confirm the nomination of Mr. Ayodele Olawande, representing Ondo State, for appointment as a minister of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye, and those against say nay. The ayes have it. The nomination of Mr. Ayodele Olawande, representing Ondo State, is hereby confirmed as a minister of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Leader of the Senate.